By the end of this baby shower, my wife lost her marriage, my brother lost his family, and 85 people watched them both get escorted out by country club security. Let me explain how I destroyed 2 lives with a single PowerPoint slide. Hit subscribe right now because this revenge is absolutely nuclear. This story comes from Reddit, and honestly it's one of the most savage things I've ever read. So there's this guy, we'll call him Tyler, 32 years old, working as an engineer in Houston, Texas. Tyler's been married to his wife Jessica for 6 years. They've got a house in the suburbs, 2 cars, the whole American dream setup, and Jessica's 8 months pregnant with what Tyler thought was their first kid. Everything seemed normal. Jessica had a smooth pregnancy. They'd already painted the nursery, bought the crib, picked out names. Tyler was excited to be a dad. His family was excited too, especially his younger brother Brandon, who kept offering to help with baby stuff. Brandon was over at their house constantly, helping Jessica with groceries, assembling baby furniture, being the supportive uncle. Tyler thought it was sweet. His little brother stepping up, right? Wrong. So about 3 weeks before the baby shower, Tyler notices something weird. Jessica's phone is always face down now. She takes calls in the other room. She's texting someone constantly and smiling at her screen. When Tyler asks who it is, she says just the girls planning the shower. Okay, fair enough. But then one night, Jessica falls asleep on the couch. Her phone lights up with a text. Tyler glances over and sees a name that makes his blood run cold. Brandon, the text says, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Love you. Tyler's brain just stops. Love you, his brother. He doesn't wake Jessica up. Instead, he grabs her phone. He knows her passcode because they've always had open phones, and he starts reading, and what he finds absolutely destroys him. Months of messages, explicit photos, plans to meet up while Tyler was at work. And here's the worst part, Jessica and Brandon had been sleeping together for over a year. The timestamps go back to before Jessica got pregnant. Tyler's sitting there on his couch at 2 a.m., reading messages where his wife and his own brother are talking about how Tyler's so clueless and how they can't wait to be together for real someday. But it gets worse. Tyler finds a message from 4 months ago. Jessica telling Brandon, I'm pregnant. It might be yours. I don't know. And Brandon's response, let's just see if it looks like me when it's born. If Tyler finds out, we'll deal with it. They were planning to let Tyler raise another man's baby, his own brother's baby, and just hope he never figured it out. Now here's where Tyler makes a decision that changes everything. He doesn't confront them. He doesn't scream or throw things or kick anyone out. Instead, he screenshots everything. Every message, every photo, every timeline. Then he does something genius. He orders a prenatal paternity test online. The kind you can do while the baby's still in the womb. It costs like $400, but Tyler doesn't care. He tells Jessica it's a genetic screening for health reasons that his insurance covers. She doesn't question it. Why would she? Tyler's been acting completely normal. Going to doctor's appointments, rubbing her feet, talking about baby names. Meanwhile, he secretly submitted his DNA. Jessica's DNA from her toothbrush, and Brandon's DNA from a beer bottle at a family barbecue. 2 weeks later, the results come back. 0% match to Tyler. 99.9% match to Brandon. Tyler sits on this information for 5 days. The baby shower is that weekend, already planned, already paid for. 85 people confirmed at the country club. Jessica's parents are members at big fancy event. Registry at Target already cleaned out. Jessica's mom has been planning this for months, and Tyler decides this is where it happens. He doesn't tell anyone. Not his parents, not his friends, nobody. Instead, he creates a PowerPoint presentation. The first slide says, "Welcome to baby shower," with cute graphics. Standard stuff. But then he adds slides with the screenshots, the messages, the timeline, and the final slide. The paternity test results in huge letters. Father, Brandon, Tyler's brother. Not Tyler. He saves it to a USB drive and tells the country club coordinator he's giving a surprise speech and needs the projector. Shower day arrives. 85 people. Jessica's whole family. Tyler's whole family. Friends, co-workers, neighbors. Everyone's eating fancy finger foods and playing baby shower games. Jessica's glowing in her maternity dress, opening presents, laughing. Brandon's there too, sitting in the back with his wife. Yeah, Brandon's married too, which makes this even more disgusting. Tyler waits until after the cake cutting, then he stands up with a microphone and says he wants to give a toast. Everyone quiets down. Jessica's smiling, thinking this is going to be sweet. Tyler starts. I want to thank everyone for coming today to celebrate this new life. Family means everything to me, especially honesty and trust in family. Then he clicks to the first screenshot. It takes people a second to realize what they're seeing, then gasps. Someone screams. Jessica's face goes white. Brandon stands up and tries to run for the projector, but Tyler's friend Matt, who Tyler quietly told that morning, blocks him. Tyler clicks through every slide. The messages, the affair timeline, the conversation about the baby, and then the paternity test results, blown up on a 10-foot screen. Congratulations, Brandon, Tyler says into the microphone. You're the father. Absolute chaos. Jessica's mother starts wailing. Tyler's dad lunges at Brandon and has to be held back by 3 people. Brandon's wife starts screaming at him, throwing her purse at his head. Jessica's trying to get to Tyler, sobbing, saying, "Let me explain." But Tyler's already walking toward the exit. Security shows up because people are yelling and crying and it's disrupting other events at the club. They escort both Jessica and Brandon out. Jessica's begging, Brandon's silent, just staring at the floor. Tyler walks out last, gets in his car, and drives to the lawyer's office where he'd already scheduled an emergency divorce filing appointment for 4 p.m. that same day. When Tyler posted this story on Reddit, it absolutely exploded. Top comment with 47,000 upvotes. This is the most justified nuclear revenge I've ever seen. You're a legend. Another one said, the fact that you stayed calm for weeks and planned this perfectly, that's some movie villain level. Genius respect. Someone else wrote, your brother and your wife, and they were going to let you raise the kid. They deserved every second of that public humiliation, and it gets even better. Tyler posted an update 2 weeks later. The divorce is moving fast. Because Jessica can't defend herself, the paternity test is ironclad evidence of adultery. Tyler's getting the house, the cars, everything. Jessica moved back with her parents, who apparently aren't speaking to her. Brandon's wife also filed for divorce and took their 2 kids. Brandon got fired from his job. He worked at their dad's construction company, and their dad literally told him, "You're dead to me," and terminated him on the spot. The country club banned both Jessica and Brandon for causing a disturbance, and here's the kicker. Jessica's parents are so humiliated that they quit the country club themselves. Gave up a membership they'd had for 20 years. Tyler says he's never been happier. He bought a condo downtown, started therapy, and he's got full support from his family and friends. Even people who are Jessica's friends have reached out to say they're on his side. So here's my question for you. What would you have done? Would you have confronted them privately, or would you have gone nuclear like Tyler? Drop your answer in the comments below. 1 baby shower, 1 PowerPoint, 2 lives completely destroyed. Tyler walked away from a cheating wife and a backstabbing brother, and he did it in front of 85 witnesses at the fanciest country club in Houston. Sometimes revenge really is a dish best served cold, or in this case, right after cake. If you want more stories like this, subscribe because the next one involves a fired employee and $94,000 in damages. You won't want to miss it.